underwater fashion, charismatic giant marine life, putting them two juxtaposed in a way that there's a real connection. So the name of this project, Manta's Last Dance.
If I could stay.
We want to connect people to the oceans in a very tangible, real way. And what better way to do it than to drop right into the heart of pop culture? Take beautiful models, stunning athletes, and put them right in the water with these incredible animals. The project started with whale sharks in the Philippines, and our expose went all over the planet. I can't find a language that the story and imagery has not been translated to. We connected the planet, the entire world, with whale sharks using imagery that people had never seen before. Profound, stunning, engaging imagery, connecting people with the oceans in a way that they had never imagined. Springboarding off that concept, we thought, wow, let's take that idea and let's use it to save manta rays. The Pacific Manta Research Foundation, located in Kona, Hawaii, is one of the world leaders in protecting manta rays. So we went to Kona, one of the premier destinations for manta tourism. We built a team of people including safety divers, lighting people, topside people, and then we had Hannah Fraser, one of the top underwater performers and dancers in the world. The shoot was probably the most complicated shoot I've ever done in my life. In addition to dealing with the normal elements, you have cameras, you have lighting, you have all the technical things, we had to go underwater. There's a really unique dive in Kona. It's called the Manta Night Dive. Now, one of the founders of that operation was a guy named Keller Laros, who joined us on this expedition. With his team and the support of Jack's Diving Locker, as well as Torpedo Tours, we had everything we needed to actually get in the water and get to these animals. But that was only the beginning of the production. In addition to fighting the elements and dealing with all kinds of surge and swell and weather and plankton and visibility and trying to manage wild animals, we also had to deal with all kinds of technical issues. If you think about a shoot like this, it's extremely complicated. We're doing all kinds of multi-directional lighting using extremely bright lights. We have these Light in Motion Sola 4000s. I think combined, we had 80,000 lumens of light pouring down from 4 different directions to light up this scene. And that required 4 lighters because we can't set up tripods in a surging ocean environment. Anything that you would do in a studio requires a person to do that. I worked directly with our buddies at Backscatter to make sure that we had multiple redundancy. We had at least 3 or 4 underwater cameras, Nauticam systems, set up with different focal point lenses. We had Packard from Pangeaseed as our safety diver with an extra long air supplies hose. And we had signals, we had lighting holding off the hoses. We had a bubbling technique so that she could locate the regulator. She would let go, dance for a minute or so, and then reach for air, and he had to be there. And then there was Kristian, Schmidt, and I who were on cameras, both still and video, firing away. And at the point of the spear, we had Hannah. We're all down there with wetsuits covered and all that from head to foot. She's down there, light outfit, dancing in these incredibly cold conditions. When the dance began, it was profound. She would literally look like a perfect ballet dancer. But when the mantas showed up, the story went to a whole new level. Suddenly, this flawless dancing by Hannah was complemented and enhanced by this beautiful charismatic creature come flapping through the screen, and it would brush just over her face, and you could see this connection with humans was just phenomenal. Why are we doing this whole shoot? It's a really important question. In March there's a meeting under the United Nations called the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, CITES. And in that meeting, 177 nations from around the world meet and vote on whether to protect species from international exploitation. Things like rhinos and elephants fall under that category, as do tigers. We have now proposed, working with Ecuador, Colombia, and Brazil, that manta rays be listed for protection at CITES. After that meeting, it's another 3 years before that body meets. And it's not just any body, it's the only international convention with binding provisions that nations need to abide by that are members of it. We are working in concert with WildAid and Shark Savers on a program called Manta Ray of Hope. And the goal of that program is to put an end to the senseless slaughter of manta rays across the planet. Unfortunately, the quest to save mantas isn't as easy as one might imagine. These are harmless animals, they have no stinger, they have no teeth, they're friendly, sociable, highly intelligent, beautiful, graceful creatures. But the fact is, the world doesn't actually know what manta rays are. Many think of manta rays as giant stingrays, dangerous animals like the stingray that killed Steve Irwin. These animals are beautiful, graceful, vulnerable creatures. They need our help and they need our protection. And it's our hope that through these imageries and through this video and stories, the world will rally just when we need them to rally to protect them and springboard it into the Convention of International Trade in Endangered Species to put a ruling in place to protect these animals so we can put an end to the slaughter.